I'm back with another analysis, this time on a stock for Walmart. Um, I just read this news about Amazon is saying that Amazon's online shopping market share threatened by Walmart Plus. So the key points are Walmart Plus is eating into Amazon Prime's market shared among its wealthy US households. Okay, it's a very good news for Walmart. Amazon Prime, however, remained firmly in the stronger position by US subscriptions, so it means that they're actually entering it very in a territory that they're going to have a very strong competitor. Anyhow, surveys suggest that Walmart Plus is likely to see growth in subscriptions this year. So let's jump into the chart to see what is going on. And as always, we are going to analyze this chart via price action method and by utilizing technical analysis. As I always, the in price action method, we start with a very clean chart. I usually prefer to start from the weekly view to have a better understanding of the history. I want to zoom out a little bit. I can see there is as long as I zoom out, I will see a very long impulsives with some corrections, of course. It is showing me that this stock has have always some impulsives in the histories and always used to be improved. However, very close to the current time, I'm seeing that in the middle of the last year, they had some kind of huge reduces in their stock value as well. And seems to be this kind of things can be a signal of reversal because we also have had kind of a very um, powerful trend, which in the end just got arranged and then maybe a bad news or something. I really don't know. Um, and also, it is trying to just bounce up. So that's the case. That's what we are saying here. Let's not jump zoom out a lot. I will try always in weekly. I guess one or two previous waves are enough to look at. So I would like to, I guess, after this reversal here, is some sort of a correction, which seems to be a zigzag. I can see this impulsive wave. Let's just try to draw a line, a thread line here. Uh, let's just continue this. Hmm, it sounds promising. I really don't um, like what I'm seeing because it is just seems to be broken and then retest to the structure, but there was some sort of a fake out on the top. So, and again, just retested two times after that fake out and then reversed. It sounds really strange. I would like to keep it for a moment, try to draw another one, just not missing this uh, actually um, major lower lows. I can draw another one as such, and it seems that price just has been reached this. Not that much of my interest. So let's try to draw something like this. And I will see I'm almost seeing the same thing. Um, Price is just broken and retested, a little bit of a fake out, not helping me again. Let's try another one. Just try. Um, ah, this is also almost the same thing. 3 points and reversal after breaking out, retest. So I'm seeing several of them, but because I'm seeing all of them, any kind of thread line that I'm actually drawing here, I'm seeing almost the same thing. And regardless of which I'm going to keep, but this is the longest one. and also it has almost a lower uh, angle in comparison to the previous one that I just draw. So let's keep that uh, for now. Let's also draw a trend line above this last weekly wave. We are seeing a very known um, actually pattern. I can say it is my rising wedge. Rising wedge pattern, which the bottom thread line and the top thread line of the channel, when they are symmetrical in a way that in a very new, in a very close future of from the timeline perspective, they are going to cross each other. I'm saying this is a rising wedge and it is counting as a reversal pattern. And usually we are expecting that this gets broken from the bottom because they're happening at the end of an impulsive, usually impulsive, but also at the end of a corrective structure, but uptrend. In the end, it is important that they are happening on an uptrend. And of course, we can see a breakout. This very powerful, long, bearish candle here, I can call it out a breakout. And some sort of retest. I can see, I can draw also some arrows here. Then after the breakout, I can see its price has been reacted to the straight line. This is show me actually confirming some sort of validity of this line. Even if I really don't like to miss these major lower lows, as you know probably if you are not the first time that's seeing my analysis, but because I'm actually by these also, I'm seeing the same thing. I'm doesn't matter of which one I keep, but because this is the longest one, more valid and more powerful even, because it's actually created in a longer term. I don't know if I extend it also, maybe I reach out, but I don't want to really do that. So um, also I can add more arrows here. So this can be my final retest because after that I can see a significant drop just recently. We will come back to that part because that's the most interesting part for us, of course, right? Because we want to, in the end, understand where we are standing at the moment. So this is the retest of the broken structure, the retest of this one. Of course, this is going to be a fake out. I can call it out. This is the fake out. So in terms of this structure, this weekly structure that just broken, price just actually reversed back and came to into the previous territory, which was the this huge uptrend, but it was not successful and just came back and again reacted to the structures and then finally dropped. So this is indicating a fake out, and it is really important. That's why I want to keep this here to have that information because price did try its best to move into the previous momentum, but it was not successful in the end. So let me also what I'm seeing for this breakout, I'm seeing for that fake out, I guess, um, we are going to have resistance zone, very important one, again, weekly, uh, very powerful. So that's the reason that it couldn't actually did its best, but it reached that important point and just reversed. Also, you can see that we already had triple tops, and price also did some sort of fake out in this point as well, with some shadows, and then very big, long downtrend just got started. So these are the things that I'm seeing. Oh, the last thing, just in the weekly chart, the last thing that I want to um, just have um, just take away, I mean, from this weekly to daily is the length of this rising wedge, which when it gets broken, from the broken point, the target will be the same length as the width of that. So I want to just um, have this curve here as an indication of that target. Anyhow, I'm feeling good about this uh, actually time frame weekly. Let's jump into the daily one. One important thing is that just let's adjust some of these shapes on the chart because we just draw them on a weekly perspective, but they are not that much accurate on the daily. Uh, okay, now much better. So one important thing that I'm seeing that this breakout happened with a gap. These gaps usually in the market, they're happening with some kind of a bad news or something. I don't know what happened. You can see suddenly this was a fake out, as I told you in on that weekly chart, and suddenly after just coming back to the previous zone and confirming that yeah, I was not successful. This is indicating that even more powerful reversal um, after this kind of fake outs, and we see boom, suddenly it's just uh, broken the very important weekly strong structure with huge gap. But usually gaps, because of those emotions, bad news, usually get they are usually going to be covered. So as you can see, this gap here has been covered by the price later on in a long term after the traders and the owners of the stock just felt stable. They started again to buying this, and as you can see, it has been even went upper than what usually I'm expecting, because the fulfillness was this point, the final destination, but it you can see that with the fake out that we just talked about, it has been past that and then came back to this. So within this daily chart, I have detected, therefore, with that in mind, I've detected another important resistance zone. I can add more red arrows here. You can see that how price, I didn't want to duplicate them. Anyhow, if I can move them, it seems that I've already duplicated them. Let's get rid of them. Um, you can see that how many times price has just been reacted just after this fake out. It reacted a little bit, but then it got broken. And also after that fake out, you can see triple times. So we have already created some sort of a double top just recently onto that same level as the retest of that big weekly structure here. So long story short, we had a very powerful impulsive wave with a huge breakout, and it's recovering, some sort of recovering of those gaps as the retest in the end. We just came up, but it seems that after reaching the two important zones, we are again continuing the downtrend momentum, and seems so all of them, it's actually indicating a very they are actually very dangerous signals for the owners, because they are all showing a reversal, and it seems to be that the very good days of this stock is going to be finished, according to my opinion at least, with this analysis. So let's continue just focused on this last part. What I'm saying that it is almost I can say, an impulsive wave to downside, because I'm seeing in sort of uh, not a bullish continuation of a bullish, but bearish um, trend, and it seems to be some sort of correction. Let's just see what kind of correction it was. I can see that it has been corrected up to 78% and even more with that fake out, which is a huge, actually a correction. Sometimes this huge correction indicating that the next momentum as a continuation is not going to be so much powerful. As you can see that now after these, yes, and the downtrend seems to be continued, but not so much strong. That's one of the reasons, because the correction was so huge. Also, I can see from the Elias wave perspective, if I can go back to the weekly view for having a better sense, you can see that it is now more obvious that this is our ABC as the correction. So it was not a minor, but intermediate wave. Let's also change it to my personal preference color for these major waves. Now we can go back to daily, just zoom out a little bit. So now we are seeing this. Let's adjust this as well. So we can see this end of a fake out was our end of our correction. Now, so according to that, we had a fake out, which is a signal of reversal again. We can see that it has been reached to a very important support resistance zone. Also after that, after reversal, it is also reacting to another level, which was so important. And none of those levels actually um, this previous one didn't actually prevent the price to remain. So another scenario could be if we if we actually used to come back to this chart earlier in time, it was that, okay, this is a support zone and price has been continued. This could be counted as a fake out, this huge gap, and now the gap just recovered. We have coming back to the inside the uptrend structure, and now we have reached a very important support zone, because as you can see, it used to be resistance, but now we have actually break it in, and now it is behaving as support, as we have one green arrow here. We could have this scenario. So that was one of the scenarios that were possible in the past, but it was not actually um, the case at this time. So it is saying, no, no, this powerful downtrend was not fake out. What I'm saying here, just this small one, is a fake out. And now it is confirming it, but retesting this strong structure and reversal. So let's focus on this now corrective structure. We are close to jump into the hourly now, but before doing so, let me just draw a trend line to this corrective structure, this ABC. I can come up with something like this. If let me just continue moving down. If I can bypass these shadows, maybe I can have something like that. It now makes more sense to me. Um, I can see how many times here also as B price reacted to this trend line. This one with a little bit of a gap, depending to how you draw the chart, this one as well. And now we have a breakout also on the hourly structure, which is another confirmation for the reversal. So we have here an hourly, not in this way, an hourly uh, breakout. So which is a very, very strong confirmation to what we have just discussed, that yes, it has been actually broken uh, to the downside. So we are saying that it is confirming what we are saying. Um, Beside this, what I'm just trying to also digest is not just this breakout of this trend line. I'm seeing another pattern. Let me get rid of this weekly structure because it doesn't make sense in this hourly view. Let me get rid of these as well. Here, what I'm seeing is an head and shoulder pattern. I can see these uh, as the left shoulder. We have the head as our fake out. So this is the head. And this head and shoulder is one of those reversal pattern again. So I'm actually finding another so far I've found several indication of reversal. And this is going to be my right shoulder. So what I'm seeing here uh, is another reversal pattern or signal that when we see something like this, we actually used to draw a trend line. So depending, I usually like to say this is the complete head, and this one is the shoulder, right shoulder, and this will be my uh, neckline. And I can see a breakout on that neckline as well. So again, another confirmation, not just a daily breakout here. I've removed that weekly breakout here. I removed that uh, uh, actually structure, but also reversal from the daily perspective, I can see. And we are seeing some sort of a daily breakout. I said that hourly, it is wrong because we are on a daily chart. Um, that is wrong. This is actually a daily breakout. So I have this daily breakout as well. After the main weekly strong breakout that we test, now I'm seeing that we have that this correct daily corrective structure also has been broken. But as not just that, as well as this head and shoulder reversal pattern that it also got broken is neckline, and in that case we can have some sort of a target as well. So according to the pattern rules, when we have these head and shoulder, when the neckline gets broken, the length of the head to the neckline will be the target. Oh, again, usually used to these. Let's go back to uh, Walmart WMT. If I can find my chart again, yes, um, we can actually say that this is going to be the target of this breakout. So somewhere close to these levels. I will come back to them. But what is more important is that this is another indication of reversal. So we are not just seeing a reversal from a weekly perspective, we are seeing it on a daily perspective in two cases, and this is actually this head and shoulder can be a confirmation from the hourly perspective that this is the left shoulder, this is the right shoulder, this is the head, and we have this right shoulder. You can see that oops, we had something kind of weird behavior. I don't know if it is a problem with the data just they have, or it was actually this hourly candle just opened up to that level and dropped, which if it is the correct information, if it is the correct data, also a very signal, uh, that's very big signal of downtrend because price opened on a very huge higher number, but immediately just everyone tried they sold their actually stocks, and the sellers just get the advantage and got the power, and that's why you can see this a big red candle here. But anyhow, coming back to this, we can see this right shoulder and the reversal. One thing that I want to share with you, not just about this neckline, let's get rid of this. I can see, because it was some sort of a horizontal line, I can see actually this is kind of another critical zone, maybe hourly critical zone. And if I extend this, we already have a red here. We can have a green one here, red arrow. We can add another red arrow, almost another one with another gap. Let me just look back, but more importantly, I can see that when that gap just created, I can see this was the point that also the our structure just got broken, which is a very important level, of course. But just not that, also price it seems to be created as some sort of we can add this. Of course, it was not from bottom to down. This arrow is not really makes doesn't make sense. But I really wanted to indicate that this is also indicating this level is important. And we're almost seeing, if I adjust it, I need to jump into the hourly view. If we adjust it, we can see that this has been just broken as well in the past few days, just in the last week, when the news just came in. And as we're seeing a daily time frame, I can see a long legged doji candle. Let me just zoom in. This is the doji candle long leg. This means that it actually has this kind of pattern. This is a known candlestick pattern, and its shape is what you're seeing here at the final daily candle. It has a very short body, almost nothing, but long shadow on the top, long shadow or tail or wick on the bottom. This is indicating that buyers and sellers are in the same almost power. So none of them could won when this was the uh, open price of the day, and also the close price of the day. And in between, during the day, just buyers and sellers just bulls and bears try to fight with each other, but none of them won the competition. So it's actually close to the same level. And it is, as I said, indicating that they are in the same uh, power. They were at least in the same power in that day. And coming back to the news, it is exactly the day that the news just jumped in, which was a very important and positive news to this stock. But because of this downtrend, the sellers were in power, just breaking another important zone and structures. But after that news just popped up, it seems that some kind of emotions to top, sometimes emotions to bottom, but they stop. So I guess that positive news just stopped this downtrend for a day. I just wanted to bring this into your attention. So it is really good to also try to understand what is happening, because this is the last thing. This is the last thing happening um, in the chart. So coming back to the conclusions, if now I've jumped into the hourly view, just having this information that we had the retest here of the weekly chart after a head and shoulder pattern, and the daily corrective structure also got broken, and we actually started a downtrend. we are almost broken this structure as well. So I'm saying this as a short term that yeah, maybe we continue a little bit of with this trend in the next week, but in the short term, we are going to have a very slow movement because after these breakouts, this is the breakout of this neckline, this is the breakout of this important support zone as well, and buyers and sellers had same power in the previous day. So it is going to be some sort of a range market, just retesting the structure, retesting the neckline, but in the midterm, I'm expecting that these just going down. Maybe for a midterm, it is better for me to just go to the daily view. For a midterm, I'm expecting these to just continue to the target of this head and shoulder. If I zoom out a little bit, if I shrink it, maybe I can find some sort of zones here. This might be the target, this might be the target, or even this one at the bottom might be the target for the as the short term, as a midterm, sorry. So for the long term, let's go back to the weekly view. As always, it is really crazy to talk about um, these long terms, but just this is just want to show you how just coming from weekly to daily, then a lower hourly time frame, how we can just come back with those details. Now we can come back and have some sort of a conclusion about this. So as the long term, I'm expecting it is going to be maybe take years, I don't know, but I'm expecting also a downtrend to the target of this wedge, which we discussed at the beginning of the stream, of this rising wedge, with that the weekly structure that has been removed now at the moment, but this is going to be the long term. Of course, not a direct thingy. It is going to be here, then reversals to these, so a lot of reactions, corrections, a lot of range markets might happening. But the long term, what I'm saying is that no, as it was in the news, that Amazon Prime, however, remains firmly in the stronger position. I'm guessing that this is I don't know. Of course, I cannot predict what is going on with that business, but I can see that the good days for these stock is close to be finished. And anything that I'm saying, not just in short term, maybe some reversal or range, but in the mid and long term, I'm seeing actually a downtrend. And yeah, this is my conclusion about this analysis. Please don't take this as trading signals. This is just I'm trying to uh, go into the news, grab a chart, just trying to analyze it, utilizing the tools that we have in technical analysis to just understand how we can actually take advantage of them and analyze something useful for ourselves. So please keep that in mind that it is just for learning purposes. If you have any question about the contents, please feel free to ask those questions on my Discord channel. You can find the link there. Also, you can if you're seeing it on YouTube, you can see my previous stream on my YouTube. You can find links as well. Um, Please feel free to put comments. I would glad to hear your feedback as well. So until the next analysis, thank you for watching my stream and have a nice day.